Scar Tissue Episode 1. This is the third installment of Issues. I wonder which one of the kids this is about, though. Don't even try to explain yourself to people who don't understand you. If they don't get you, they don't get you. Simple. Is this an Ink story? There's not much I could say about a normal day in the trailer park. We did what all those city and neighborhood people do. We woke up, made our breakfast. Most days I just ate plain bread. It was all I had, but it was all good. Since my dad was in prison and my brother ran off someplace, I had been living alone. Well, that doesn't mean I was alone. The commune sticks together. The next thing on the agenda was to shower, wash, and so on. My trailer didn't have any water supply apart from the gutter and kitchen sink. I would just stand and wash myself with the washing up liquid and the small sponge I used everything else to clean. Some say that was dirty, but that was all I knew. Once I had dried myself off with the bedsheet, I would change into one of my 3 outfits. I didn't have much to grow up with, so I made the most out of the clothing I owned. Is this a guy? I think so. Then it was cigarette time. I remember I thought about quitting, but then again, it was one of few things the commune sold for the same price as a loaf of bread. I often sacrificed food money for a pack of smokes. I didn't care, though. People would cross my path, say hello. People who had that little bit more than others would offer a drink of rum or whiskey. The majority of us accepted even at 8 a.m. in the morning. Nobody in the park liked to be alone. We all liked to hang and chill out together. There wasn't many kids roaming the park, so the only people I grew up with were 5 to 10 years older than me. Then again, I didn't care. I had no genuine family around that point in time, and I hadn't for at least 5 years. Okay, it is a girl. Never mind. I guess you could say I had brought myself up since I was 11 years of age. Very cool name, though. When people in the random child service workers did pop up around the trailer park, I would have to explain that I had been living with my ex-boyfriend's mom, Lucy. She was a sweet woman, but she wasn't the mother anyone should have had. She had been a trailer park girl since she was a baby herself. She grew up with the same shit pit surroundings we all did. Now, her son, my ex-boyfriend, was a pest. Yeah, fine. He was hot and muscular, but I didn't want a future with him. He worked down at the junkyard, moving and shifting gear to the peasants who were stupid enough to buy it. I didn't want that. I wanted something better, and that's why we only lasted a few months. Plus, we were only 15 when we were originally together. Last year. Ugh. The 30% of the other people who lived in the park minded their own business and did their thing. The other 70% were mentalists, druggies, alcoholics, and hilarious human beings. I was one of the 70%. I needed them because to me, they were family. Scar Tissue. The Little Issue spin-off. Oh, spin-off, not sequel, okay. That makes sense. This story contains mature themes and strong language throughout. Season 1, Episode 1. Who I Am. I have to shift some of this vodka for Keaton, but after that, I'm free. Do you want to hang out? Sure, man, we'll hang. I don't have any hash, though. We'll have to go over Jacob's for a bit. Nah, I've got some. We'll just head to my trailer or something. Ah, alright then. What's wrong? Bloody Bane is on his way over to us. What the hell do you want now, man? Don't worry, I'm not here to pester you. Then what are you here to do? There's some social services people at my mom's trailer asking for you, Dyer. They said it is urgent, but won't let out any further details. I'll meet you in a bit. Meet me in my trailer, yeah? Come on, there is no social workers, is there? Dyer, I'm not lying. I think this is important. I think you're telling lies, my friend. Please don't long things out, Dyer. Help them get off of the park, yeah? How many of them are in the trailer? 2, all right? I remember the exact feeling of that day. It was the same feeling I had when they took my father off to prison. I felt worried. I felt like I knew something was going to change, and there was nothing I could do to prevent it. After a while of explaining and bringing up my past, the 2 social workers before me announced what was going to happen to me. Dyer, you are going to be leaving the trailer park today and moving in with this local city family. I don't get it. It has been brought to our attention that you aren't living here with Miss Benedict. You've been living alone for 6 years in your father's old trailer. And your point is? Dyer, you're moving in with a family who has money, who can pay for your schooling, and who can feed you real food. It felt as if the world I had was being taken away from me completely. The life I had lived, what I had known, it meant nothing up until that point. Did you know about this? Only until half an hour ago. I'm sorry. Applauses mean nothing from you. You mean apologies? That's what I said, idiot. Dyer, this will be a fresh start for you. This is an amazing opportunity. Ugly bitch. When do I have to move out of my trailer? We plan to leave in an hour. Can you get all your stuff together in time? Yeah, I only has 2 outfits in mind, so I'll be 10 minutes. Feel free to say all of your goodbyes. We understand what a close community this is. And that was it. I got my plastic bag of things and said my goodbyes to everyone. Decoy was pleased that I had the chance to a fresh start. He was just shocked that they had the authority to just pick me up and take me. The people who had been my family for years were all torn apart that I had to leave, but they knew it wouldn't be too long until I found myself back at home again. They all swore to me that they would shoot me in the leg if I became a city girl and returned. That I promised I wouldn't do. When it came to Bane's turn to say goodbye to me, I just waved and said, "Fuck you." He wasn't my favorite person within the trailer park. He didn't deserve a goodbye from me. We need to make some classified nations before I step foot in this house thing. Do you mean clarifications? Why do you keep doing that? That is what I said. Calm down, it's okay, Dyer. You want us to clarify some things for you, right? That would be good, thank you. Finally, she made sense. Ask anything you wish and we will answer truthfully. Is the house in the middle of the city? Will someone try and rob me? Nope, the house is on the outskirts of the city. You will be based in a small neighborhood. If you wanted to go to the town, it's only a short drive. Will I have my own trailer? Sadly, no, but you will have your own bedroom. I had never really been inside a real house, and I never wanted to. It just looked way too cozy and comfortable for me. The family greeted me outside of the house, where they all introduced themselves. The parents were named Hunter and Jay. They had 2 biological children named Lucille and Negan. Ironic, right? I took one step into that house, inhaled the fresh scent of jasmine candles, and took 3 steps back outside. I asked if they owned a shed or a greenhouse, anything away from all of the niceness. And that, my friends, takes us to 2 weeks later. Come on, man, lay back a bit. Let us come inside properly. If you and your pothead friends take 2 more steps inside the shed, I swear to God I'll rip the pair of you's fake hair out. Come on, Lucille, let's just go to your room. This was my spot before it was yours. I'm the one who claimed it. Now, if anything, you can go inside. My shed, my rules. Get the fuck out. Sorry, Dyer. We'll be going now. Thank you, Blondie. When you join our high school tomorrow, you'll be torn apart. Just you wait. Is that what you think, huh? I'm pretty damn sure the last time I checked, people run away from me because they're so afraid I'll tear their faces off. So that's right, I found myself living in the back garden of a foster parents' beautiful and extremely large house. They had a big family and a load of friends up and down the street. It was almost as if they had their own little community. I couldn't help but exclude myself from getting too involved with them. I just wanted to go home to my dirty trailer. Tomorrow was my first day of high school. For your information, I only took 2 years of school when I was 7 and 8 years old. I knew I didn't know the basics, but I knew how to survive. I wasn't scared, I wasn't anxious, and I most definitely wasn't worried. I knew I'd be okay because I had gone through so much worse. I was simply gaining the mentality to put up with the cliché high school antics. After all, a trailer park girl's antics are a whole lot different. Hey, Dyer, I brought you your favorite dinner. Plain bread. Thanks, man. Now here is that little brat Lucille's older brother, Negan. He happened to be the same age as me and didn't seem to have those judgmental eyes his sister had. Of course, living in these people's back garden, I had to make the effort of slightly getting to know them. Negan happened to be a bit of a sweetheart. For a city boy, he definitely wasn't what I expected. He had a girlfriend named Joanna, who I met once or twice over the past weeks. She had more of the judgment look. I guess she thought I would be in for stealing and sleeping with her boyfriend now that I live with him. Boy, she was wrong. I didn't even have any intentions of meeting or hooking up with any city guy. I was waiting to go home to Decoy. You been doing much today then, boy? I picked up a singular piece of dry bread and took a bite from the crust, slightly smiling as I did so. People even at the trailer park said my manners were pretty bad. Here, to these people, they clearly thought worse. Not really, man. I went over my friend's place earlier to hang out, but that's about it. Are they going to be at this high school thing tomorrow? Yeah, but they're a couple of years above us. I reckon you'd get along really well. That's cool then. I look forward to meeting them. I think they're coming over for dinner. Do you want to come in and meet them in for a little while? They can come inside, maybe. I ain't yet comfortable to go indoors yet. That's fine, that's fine. I handed the plate to Negan, who smiled before leaving. He seemed to accept me. Now, even though I was a 16-year-old girl, I didn't own a phone, TV, laptop, anything. The only thing I had back at the trailer park was a box TV with old tapes of WWF and WWE. That shit was my life. Their back garden was nice. It wasn't as good as the park, but being outside always comforted me. Hey, Dyer. I wanted to invite you inside to dinner with some of the lads from down the street. Negan mentioned something. Who are they exactly? They're my brother-in-law's brothers. They're 17, 18 years old and go to the high school you'll be attending tomorrow. Oh, well, that makes sense. We just want to include you in as much of our life as possible. Although I didn't know Hunter well, I could tell he understood me. Maybe not completely, but there was sympathy received on my behalf. This man and his wife had taken me in. Although his daughter was a little bitchy, his children were also having to put up with the teen girl living in their shed. The least I could do was to grit my teeth and bear it. I needed to show them I was cooperating somehow. Okay, sure, I'll come in once dinner is ready then. You don't mind if I still sleep in the shed, do you? Take as much time as you need. The bedroom is there whenever you want it. Thanks for understanding, man. The rest of the day, I spent my time walking around the garden trying to find tools. I figured if I head out onto the street out front, I could hijack one of the neighbor's cars with Slim Jim of some sort. That way, I could have driven myself back to the trailer park and have left this proxy shed. There was no tools and no Slim Jim. These people were mainstream and switched on to car crime. Let's be honest, they lived by the city. As I said before, they had already put me in the effort to make my life somewhat better. They tried to understand me and they wanted me to cooperate with the things they were doing. I couldn't fuck this up for them. I had to try. You good, boys? Yeah, man, tired as fuck. He was up all night sleeping with that Gracie again. I couldn't even sleep hearing it through the walls. You need to calm down with that chick, man. She'll end up getting attached. Yeah, can't let that happen. Khadija has been blowing my brains teasing me every time I tutor her. As soon as she gives in, I'm ditching Gracie. Where's this trailer park girl your dad adopted then? Don't keep her all to yourself, boy, if she's hot enough. She's out in the garden. She what? Are you going to reply? She sleeps in the shed. Mom and Dad brought her a mattress and everything. Believe me, guys, she's something else. Well, trailer park to a good house. It would be hard to let go of the overall feeling, I guess. Don't worry, she isn't a freak or anything. I'll take one for the team and bang her regardless. Let's just meet the chick first. Wait, no, these are Freddie and Jasmine's kids. No, why did they turn out to be F-boys? But they're hot. I heard the back door to the house unlocked, so I knew people were about to come and meet me. Game face? On. Dyer, this is City Boys. I know, man. I'm Dyer. Ronnie. Reggie. What do they call two people who look the same again? International? You mean identical? That's what I said, dumbass. Anyways, how old are you two? We're turning 18 in 2 weeks, babe. Maybe you could come to our birthday party? I looked towards the pair of twins who stood before me. Clearly they were well groomed. Pretty hot, but cocky as fuck. Well, yeah, I'll come as long as you never call me babe again. Anyway, Dyer, Reggie is a tutor as well as a student. The both of them are a year above us in school. So that means we don't have those lesson things together? No, but we hang around a lot. I'll be sure to make the effort to spend some other time with you elsewhere. Is this guy, mentally unstable, or is he just thinking with the thing in his pants? I'd personally say a little bit of both. You're a prick. I got to know the twins a little before heading inside for dinner. They lived alone down the street while their parents lived across town. Their parents would often travel back and forth to Britain for tattoo conventions. Oh, I forgot to mention, the Roscoe family owned a tattoo shop in the city. Apparently business had gone downhill throughout the past 16 years or so. They moved shops and nothing progressed. By the looks of things, Reggie was a bit of a player. He dressed to impress and he was very smart, as was his brother, of course. The only difference with the twins, apart from the eye and hair color, was that Ronnie didn't talk about girls so much. That night, I found myself laying awake with my eyes closed. I was kind of depressed. In a new surrounding with new things before you can be kind of scary. I wasn't used to this. If I could turn back time and prevent from social workers taking me away from the park, I would. I just needed to feel settled, welcomed. I needed to feel like I belonged. Eventually, I did fall asleep. The only worry in my mind was that school would be like for someone like me, was what school would be for someone like me. End of episode 1. Who I am. I'm kind of excited. I hope she's not like... I hope she doesn't sleep around like the other two protagonists of this, trilogy. Not that it's bad, but it's just like, I want something new. Thanks for reading. To be continued. If you like the story, support the author by sharing it.